Alright, what's up, boys? So if y'all don't follow me on TikTok, then y'all wouldn't really know that I blew the Camaro up. I was doing a pull on my way to work and pretty much got a hole on both sides of the block. But check out all the pieces of piston in my intake manifold. We got this big old chunk that was under the car. There's a lot more damage. I already seen a couple things on this side underneath, but yeah, so today I'm just gonna be taking off all like the accessory drive stuff, removing as much of the harness as I can, like out the way, and pretty much just getting the car ready for that motor to get out. And then I'll be looking for a new motor. I'm most likely gonna be going with the 427, something big like that. I'm gonna try to get a fully built internals and everything. I do want to keep it NA, but I mean, stuff could change. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little time lapse, start working on the Camaro. Alright guys, so I just pulled off the alternator, a little pulley system, like a tensioner, but gave me a lot more room to like look inside. And if I stick my hand right here where cylinder 1 is, once I stick my fingers in there, I could literally turn the bottom of the rod around the crank, how it just sits on there, and I'm spinning it. So the whole rod is pretty much gone from this thing. And all these pieces of metal here are pretty much rod and piston. It's pretty much just the circle that goes around the crank with the bearings left. And I think the same exact thing happened on this side. I just still haven't been able to stick my hand in on this side. So I'm doing a little bit more, taking off like the water pump and some extra stuff over here on this side. And then I'll be able to have a lot more access to get in there, maybe stick the camera in there, show y'all the damage. Alright boys, so I just took the AC compressor off, and y'all can see right there, that's a wrist pin coming out the side of the block. And then there's just big old chunks of block sitting on the ground right there. When I pulled the AC compressor off, a bunch of chunks started coming out of there. The size of the hole in the side of the block is probably like the size of my fist. So hole in cylinder number 3 and a hole in cylinder number 1 over here. Alright boys, so my cousins pulled up. They're gonna help me kind of just take off the intake manifold, all the exhaust. But we kind of started digging in it more. And look at this nugget. I think it's just rod that's gotten squished up. But this doesn't even look like a piece of motor, you know what I mean? Like it literally looks like a rock. Fuck yeah, my cousin said it was a meteorite. Yeah, right now we're just gonna take apart the intake manifold. We're gonna pull the headers out. We'll jack the car up off the ground and pretty much pull the full exhaust out, and pretty much just start getting ready just to have just the block and motor mounts. So whenever we pull those off, we can just lift the motor out, and hopefully we get a replacement motor pretty soon and just send it. Alright guys, so we got the headers unbolted on this side. The driver's side already been done. So we got the car jacked up off the ground. We're about to get underneath it and pull pretty much from header back, the exhaust out of the car. That way we can pull the headers straight under the car. Once that's done, I mean, pretty much all we'll have is transmission bolts and the 2 motor mounts, and the motor should be ready to come out. Hopefully new motor shows up soon. Alright boys, so we just dropped the header. Well, we took the exhaust off. This came out the header, bro. This thing's filled. Little cream pie. This motherfucker filled it up. Alright, so we angled the headers a little bit more down to fucking pull it out. And this just rolled out. The valve. It's just crazy.
Little pancake.
Alright guys, so this might be the end of the video. We got a lot done. Pretty much pulled everything off the block. except for like the bell house bolts and the starter. But everything else, wire harness wise, is off. The long tube headers are off. The full exhaust is off. And I mean, really, it might just sit like this for a little while. And then once I'm getting closer to finding the motor that I want and pretty much got it ordered, we'll go ahead and pull this motor out, do a lot of cleanup work. But look at all these pieces I found. Some valve. There's a rod. This is another couple pieces of a rod that just turned into nuggets. So this thing like really like blew up, which is crazy because it wasn't making a whole lot of power. But yeah, appreciate my cousins for coming out here and always helping me out. They helped me out a lot on the OBS. I really haven't posted anything on YouTube about the OBS, but I'll make another video on that one soon. But yeah, appreciate it for watching, guys.